How do you play G? So this is maybe the simplest way of playing the G chord. You have on the 6th string, you lift that up from an E to a G using your ring finger on the 3rd fret. On the 5th string, use your middle finger on the 2nd fret to raise the A up to a B. So that's 1 and 3, and then the open 4th string is a D. So G, B, D are 1, 3, 5. Then you have a G again on the open 3rd string, and then a B on the open 2nd string. So that's 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, and then you get a 1 again on the 1st string using your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. That gives you another G. So it's 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1. And that's convenient, but notice that it has 2 3s in it, and sometimes you want to get rid of one of them or the other. And so let's talk about ways to do that. For one thing, you can rearrange your fingers slightly and use your ring finger to lift up the 3, the B on the 2nd fret, up to a D, and that's the 5th of the chord. So we've gotten rid of 1, 3 that way. And the other one you could get rid of by using the your middle finger. Use that to hold down the 3rd fret of the 6th string, but lean it so that it muffles the 5th string. So this gives you a chord with nothing but 1s and 5s in it. Kind of impressive sounding. That's a power chord, or a G5. So that's how you can get rid of both of the 3s. You can also play a chord like this, where you have the G and the 3rd of the chord on the 5th string, so you get all 6 strings. So this is 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 1. And that has a nice sound too, because you get the ringing of the 1st and 2nd strings on the 3rd fret. And I've showed you this before as part of a sequence, going from the D suspended 4th to the C, add 9, to the G. So yeah, it's convenient to keep those 2 fingers there through that sequence. Going back to the original way I showed you how to play the G chord with the ring finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and your middle finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. I wanted to show you where the alternating bass is here. You normally use the 6th string and the 4th string to do the alternating bass, because these have the 1 and the 5. You can sometimes use the 6th string and the 5th string. That'll be alternating between the 1 and the 3, but it's just not as common. I was actually alternating between both the 3rd and the 5th of the chord in that sequence. But that gives you an idea of how that might be used. If you wanted to use the 3rd of the chord in the bass, sometimes that's part of a sequence of notes that you're playing on the bass, that you want to continue the melody in the bass that way. Going back to that power chord setup I showed you, use your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then you put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. If you lift up your ring finger so that the other strings are open, that's a full G chord. You've got a 3rd of the G chord now on the 1st string. But what you can do is, since that's the only 3rd, you can lift that up 1 fret to get a G suspended 4th. So you put your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and you leave your pinky and your middle finger as they were. That's the G suspended 4th. Lift it up back to the G, and then to get to the G suspended 2nd, you have to lift the 2nd string up to the 3rd fret, change that 3rd to a 5, and then you can get the 2nd of the chord by lifting the the G on the third string up 2 frets. So play the second fret of the third string. That lifts it up to a second. And put your middle finger back down on the 6th string, muffle the 5th string. That's the G suspended second. So you can go G suspended second, G, and G 4th, and then G. To play the G7 chord, start with the original position I had for the G chord. Lift up your pinky finger and put your index finger down on the 1st fret of the 1st string. And that's your G7. And you lift it up to get a G6. So that's G7 and G6. G6, G7. The next one up, the next note up would be the major 7th. So to get to a G major 7th, you need to hold down the 2nd fret of the 1st string. That turns out to be a little tricky. You can try it this way. You can start with your original position for the G chord and slide your pinky finger down 1 fret. It's difficult to do though because your middle finger wants to slide down as well. But you can contort it a little bit and get that shape. The other way to play it is just to use this trick of holding down the 6th string and muffling the 5th string. So you can do that with your middle finger in this case, middle finger on the 6th string, muffle the 5th string, and use your index finger to hold down the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So that gives you a nice sounding G major 7th chord and a little easier to get in and out of. Next I wanted to talk about the G minor chord. So a lot of people play the G minor just using a bar chord. It's fairly close. The G is just 3 half steps or 3 frets up from where the E is. So you can put a bar at the 3rd fret and then use your ring finger and your pinky on the 5th fret, on the 5th string and on the 4th string. And that gives you your G minor chord. But sometimes it's a little inconvenient to get in and out of the G minor chord that way. You know, if you're playing other chords down here. There is a way to get to a G minor chord using this same trick of muffling the 5th string. There's a 3rd there that you need to muffle out to get to the minor 3rd so you can hear the minor 3rd. So what you can do is on the top 3 strings, use your pinky finger, your ring finger, and your middle finger. Hold them down at the 3rd fret, and then use your index finger, bring it over to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, muffle the 5th string with it, and leave the 4th string open, and that is a G minor. And then once you can play the G minor this way, you can get to the G minor 7th. It's a similar idea, a different arrangement of the fingers. So you use your index finger to get the 7th here. You use your pinky and your ring finger to get to the 3rd fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings, and then you use your middle finger again on the 6th fret, on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and muffle the 5th string with it. That's the G minor 7th, and then just lifting up your index finger and leaving everything else as it is. It gives you your G minor 6. Lastly, I wanted to talk about locating the G chord up the fretboard. So the G itself is on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So once you've located the 1st of the chord, the root of the chord on the 1st string, you can make a bar chord there in an E shape, and that gives you the G again. So on the 3rd fret, this E-shaped bar chord is a G. Then going from the root of the chord, you go up 2 whole steps. That takes you to the 3rd of the chord, and that's on the 7th fret. Having located the 3rd, if you make a C shape where the 3rd is on the 7th fret, that gives you a G chord at the 7th fret. And then going up 3 half steps, 3 frets to the 10th fret, That gives you the fifth of the chord. And once you've got the fifth of the chord located on the first string, you can make a bar chord in the shape of an A there. And that gives you the G chord at the 10th fret. So that covers the G chord, and in fact that covers all the chords that I'm going to do for now. So I've covered A through G, and I'll put pointers to them at the end of this video so you can loop around and find any that you may have missed or that you want to review. I have ideas of what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take some time to prepare another series, but feel free to make comments in this video. Tell me how you liked it, anything you'd like to change, and if there's any other things you'd like to see me cover. And hope to see you all around. Bye now.